Erica's body was found inside of her Henderson home on Saturday. Her dad says there were no obvious signs of trauma to her body, so what exactly happened is for now a mystery.
A plastic bag secured on her head. Her breath slows down with every passing minute, and her soul gradually leaves her body. She escaped her loneliness at last. Maybe she found peace. We're going through Erica's incredible rise in the golfing world, the personal struggles she faced off the course, and the mystery surrounding her tragic death that left many questions unanswered.
I just lost it. I mean, like every 10 minutes I just stare into space because I can't believe that I'm not going to see her.
Erica Paige Blasberg was born on July 14, 1984 in Orange, California. Both her parents, Deborah and Mel, had jobs that involved cars and automobiles. But her father, who once played on a golf team in New York during his high school days, also became a golf coach down the line.
Fathers want their daughters to be a great athlete, and the mothers want them to be beauty queens or something like that.
It was because of his great influence that Erica was introduced to the game of swings and putts. Growing up, Erica was a can't-miss kid. She attended Corona High School, where she had a GPA of 4.0, starred on the boys' golf team, and was the Mountain View League individual champion and MVP, graduating in 2002. Being the bright student she was, she went to attend college at the University of Arizona, where she truly shone. She was the country's #1 ranked college player as a freshman. I repeat, as a freshman. Dope, right? However, in her sophomore year, she bid farewell to college golf and turned pro full-time in June 2004 at 19 years of age. She began playing at LPGA Futures Tour that season. In 2004, she won the Lacania Savings Bank Golf Classic and, en route to her first professional win, broke the Future Tour's 18-hole scoring record, shooting a 62. Erica Blasberg's true LPGA career began in 2005 with steady but modest results, making cuts but rarely contending for top positions. Kinda sad, right? She had all the potential in the world, but that never translated into results. She faced a notable setback at the Chick-fil-A Charity Championship, where she was disqualified for an error related to her scorecard submission. Despite this, she made a hole-in-one that season and won a Mercury SUV. Blasberg was selected for the 2005 Lexus Cup, where she performed well, winning 2 matches, including one with a dramatic hole-out. In 2006, despite a late-season improvement, Blasberg finished 112th on the money list, but regained exempt status for 2007 through qualifying school. Her 2007 season was marked by a 104th place finish on the money list, and she chose not to return to qualifying school, leaving her non-exempt for 2008. That year, she achieved a career best tie for 8th at the SBS Open in Hawaii, though her overall results were only slightly better than before. By 2009, Blasberg's performance declined, and she withdrew from qualifying school after poor rounds, finishing 128th on the money list. In 2010, she played only one tournament, the Tres Maria Championship. Off the course, Blasberg secured endorsement deals with Puma, Casio, and Cleveland Golf, and was noted for her photogenic appeal. But was that enough? A mediocre career with few flashy endorsements when you're such a talented person? Obviously not. She wanted more than that. While this was her professional life, her personal life was also going through a difficult curve. She was clinically depressed, in financial troubles, and unhappy with her recent performances. Friends and family thought that it was just a phase, but what happened next was not in anyone's wildest dreams. On May 9, 2010, she was found dead in her home in Henderson, Nevada. Lifeless in the same place she had just shifted to, she tried to make it as homely as possible. Erica liked to go out and have fun, and she thought it would be exciting to live in the Las Vegas area, said her mother, Debbie, later on. She didn't really know anyone out there, but was under the impression that there were a lot of young golf pros in the area and she'd find her niche. But was that the truth? This is a weird little place, especially for a young person, said a Blasberg neighbor who asked not to be named. Half the houses are empty. All that's left are stressed out families and the single people who'd love to get out but can't because they're upside down on their mortgages. No wonder Blasberg failed to make any connections on her street. However, was loneliness the only cause she had for taking her own life? Sometimes being surrounded by the wrong people can make you the loneliest person in the world, and this was the thing in Erica's case. For those who don't know, Blasberg's parents filed a wrongful death and malpractice suit against Dr. Thomas Hess, Blasberg's then physician, occasional golfing buddy, and personal friend. Blasberg's parents accused Hess of having an inappropriate relationship with her and failing to provide proper medical care before she died. The lawsuit went on and on with many twists and turns. In November 2010, Hess admitted that he had indeed removed a suicide note and the prescription medication he had given Blasberg from her bedstand at the scene, hiding them in his car, which he said was to spare the family embarrassment. He had never met the family. Blasberg's parents' attorney, Nick Crosby, pointed to Hess's responsibility in the death. "This is a case about a doctor who let his personal interests get in the way of his professional responsibility," Crosby said, "and my client's daughter died as a result." What's also important here is that according to Crosby, 2 days before she died, Blasberg and Hess played golf at the exclusive Southern Highlands Golf Club outside Las Vegas, where both had memberships. They then watched a televised hockey game at a lounge at a resort hotel in Henderson, where they were seen touching hands and with Hess's hand on Blasberg's leg. The married Hess cunningly bought a prepaid cellular telephone the next day, which he used only to call Blasberg, and Crosby said evidence would show that Hess left an obviously drunk Blasberg at her home the night before she died. He left her in a compromised state, Crosby said. He was torn between leaving Erica and getting in trouble with his wife. Crosby said phone records show that Blasberg tried to call Hess about 3:30 a.m. the following morning, a Sunday, Mother's Day, and that Hess tried to call Blasberg 8 times that morning and 9 times that afternoon before going to her home in Henderson and finding her body. Hess later pleaded guilty to misdemeanor obstruction, which carried a maximum penalty of $1,000 and 40 hours community service and 6 months in jail. Would you like to hear what she wrote in that note, though? Her last words. It's tear-jerking. Her suicide note also said that Blasberg had attempted suicide many times in the months leading up to her death, and she said she felt lonely and tormented. "I'm sad and I don't want to be doing this right now," she said in the note. "Sorry for all the people I've hurt doing this, but please understand how miserable and sad I am, and that I feel no way of escaping it." This proves that the world of the LPGA can be harsh, for which young women travel the world alone while competing in a cutthroat profession. The Clark County, Nevada coroner's office ruled Blasberg's death as suicide with asphyxia, cited as the primary cause of death, and toxic levels of multiple prescription drugs cited as an additional significant factor. Erica died alone, in distress, without friends and family. She left everyone with heavy hearts. She was supposed to go on a tour in a few days. Even her bags were packed. She just couldn't do it. She lost to her demons, a young soul gone too soon. And that's it from our side. Erica's life, although had a very tragic end to it, but the people she met and inspired will always remember her as a feisty, humorous, and kind girl who maybe was too good for this cruel, selfish world. Write down in the comments below what you think of her death. Was it a suicide or murder? Also mention which other intriguing golf stories you want us to make a video on. We'd love to hear your ideas and requests. Till the next video, ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye.